I give the floor now to Poland.
So I guess the last segment, in regards to the last segment and the way going forward and building trust, I think it's a question because we're talking about human rights, and I think quite a few mentioned here that in the context of new legislation. So I guess we're talking a little bit about implementing laws, and that will bring the treaty and the international health regulation amendments, as I understand. But we do see that there is this mistrust in public in the government. So I guess that's my question on how OHCHR is able to work, because I know that there have been some issues in actually being able to work with the WHO on looking into whether the human rights in context of creating the new treaty are well respected, if the human rights are respected. What do I base that on? I guess is the workshop that happened on the 8th of February, in which I believe Zia Zarifi mentioned that there are issues to have that cooperation between the WHO, who is now in negotiations for the treaty, and the IHR. So I guess that's my question on the grounds of that information. How is the OHCHR going to be making, in a way, sure that these human rights are not being violated? So that means right to to protest, to assemble, healthcare, or refusal of healthcare if some, because we do have these as well, people who do not wish to maybe take the vaccines or don't want to participate in it, and then they protest, and lots of them have been, as mentioned, I believe on this second segment, been incarcerated or had issues with legal matters afterwards.
I'll now move to concluding remarks, and I'll start with a further response to the comment and question from Poland. Is that we were really hoping this year that marks the 75th anniversary of the human rights, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that we, the international community, would recapture the understanding that human rights provides useful guardrails for policymaking, and that it was created at a time of great upheaval in the world, both in terms of the impacts of World War II and the atrocities there, as well as the Great Depression and the economic dislocation. The WHO process is a state-led process for the pandemic preparedness. The work between OHCHR and WHO is fluid, and there's a significant cooperation. But what we see is that not all member states have the same understanding of the importance of human rights, nor the same definition. And that it's really up to you, the member states, to push for using human rights as useful guardrails for that particular convention, and including the importance of public participation, as well as the right to health in those discussions. I think that from our perspective, we do need to redouble our efforts to have all member states see human rights as valuable at times of crisis, because we didn't see it always during the pandemic.